Welcome back to the Racing Mind video series, where we journey deeper into the human mind than anyone has ever gone before. In this video series, we untangle the ancient mystery of mental illness and teach you what you need to know before your racing mind gets the best of you. This groundbreaking series provides answers to some of the deepest mysteries of the human mind and reveals, for the first time in history, the precise cause of mental and emotional illness and the psychophysiological basis of a wide range of psychiatric disorders and associated medical conditions. These educational videos, which present concepts that are so new that they are just beginning to make their way through the medical field, are based on thousands of hours of direct patient analysis and clinical observation in conjunction with the latest research on psychiatric disorders from around the world. In this segment of the series, we will discuss the means by which the hyperexcitable brain fuels nearly all psychiatric disorders. As discussed in video 2, humans are spiritual beings that are clothed with the flesh. The head of the spiritual body is the mind, and the head of the physical body is the brain. The spiritual body and the physical body interact via a dialogue between the mind and the brain. During the mind-brain dialogue, the mind sends messages to the brain, and the brain sends messages to the mind. Note, however, that the brain does not think or emote. It is merely a biological processor that relays messages between the mind and the body. As such, the brain, in conjunction with the body, allows the mind to interact with the physical world. Like the body, the mind is sensitive to a variety of different inputs. These include sight, smell, taste, and various other inputs that allow the mind to effectively govern the body. The mind is also sensitive to spiritual principles such as honesty, integrity, love, forgiveness, and a variety of other principles that help connect us to one another and ensure our survival as a society. When these principles are honored, the mind experiences a sense of joy, and when they are violated, it experiences a sense of disgust. Once again, these emotions, together with the thoughts that accompany them, are functions of the mind, not the brain. Thus, all of our hopes, dreams, and fears, together with the emotions that accompany them, are functions of the mind, not the brain. However, because the mind and the brain are in a continuous dialogue, hyperactivity in the brain can stir up the mind, and hyperactivity in the mind can stir up the brain. This is the means by which the hyperexcitable brain intensifies all mental and emotional activity, particularly when the mind is under stress. Now then, there are only two types of emotionally driven behavior: avoidance of pain and pursuit of pleasure. In persons with normal active brains, the intensity of these desires typically remains low enough to allow the mind to think and act appropriately regardless of the circumstances. Consequently, such persons are generally regarded as thoughtful and level-headed. For persons with hyperexcitable brains, things are not so easy. For them, even minor stressors can evoke emotions that are so intense and persistent that they drive the person to think and act in socially inappropriate ways. These inappropriate thoughts, feelings, and behaviors are what define psychiatric disorders. Thus, the hyperexcitable brain is the driver of virtually all psychiatric disorders. What distinguishes one disorder from another is the intensification of the emotions that is fueled by the hyperexcitable brain and the pattern of behavior that develops as the mind grapples with these emotions. As discussed in previous videos, the most effective natural ways to compensate for the gene abnormality that underlies neuronal hyperexcitability include stress reduction, establishment of an early sleep schedule, regular exercise, enjoying a relaxing hobby, avoiding caffeine and other psychostimulants, and minimizing refined sugar. If these interventions are either too difficult to implement or fail to yield satisfactory improvement, then treatment with neuroregulators and other brain calming medications may be necessary, particularly during high-stress periods in the person's life. In addition, cognitive behavioral and other forms of psychotherapy may be needed to reduce the mental tension that adds fuel to the smoldering embers in the hyperexcitable brain. Control your brain, control your life. We hope that you are benefiting from this video series. Portions of this video and others in this series were taken from the books The Racing Mind and Am I Depressed or Am I Bipolar? Those interested in developing a deeper understanding of this topic can also refer to the scientific publication The Multi-Circuit Neuronal Hyperexcitability Hypothesis of Psychiatric Disorders. Please note that these materials in this video series are for educational purposes only and are not intended to guide treatment without formal evaluation. This video series is sponsored by the Binder Foundation, a charitable organization that is dedicated to the enhancement of human life through research and education on disorders of the mind, body, and spirit. If you have found this video to be of benefit to you, please share it with your family and friends. And please don't forget, your feedback is important to us.